I'm not going to go on about my background much because I've got a lot of things I want to achieve next year, which are my sort of core manifesto points. Firstly, I want to re-establish a student nightline. We had one, I think it was 8 years ago, but it gradually fizzled out. It's similar to the Samaritans, but it's run by students for students, and I think it's a really excellent scheme. And a lot of people I've talked to have already said they'd be interested in volunteering for it. I'd also like to set up de-stress days around exam times. Exams, you can almost just feel the stress rising on campus, and I think it'd be really valuable just to have a few sort of days to allow people to sort of relieve tension with a mixture of stuff like welfare, so with like massage, yoga, meditation, maybe even like sort of fun sporting events or bouncy castle or something like that. I also think the current autonomous cafe scheme is really excellent, and I think the union could learn a lot from that. I'd like to see 3 cafes set up once a week, probably every Wednesday afternoon, in Library Square as a way of sort of outreach to sort of people who might not usually get involved in the union, and just a way of sort of providing sorts of healthy, free food for vegetarian and vegan food for people to eat. Also, I think a lot of people I've spoken to over the last few years have had a lot of problems with landlords. I'd like to set up landlord feedback pages, which would be similar to sort of the Amazon feedback pages, which would allow sort of students to praise or warn students about their former tenants, which I think it's really important to allow us to warn each other about good or bad landlords.
I see the role of the welfare officer as to represent all students across Sussex and to try and get them to have the best out of their day-to-day uni experience. To achieve this, firstly, I want to increase the number of drinking fountains on campus so that students can have free access to clean, healthy drinking water, don't have to spend their money on bottled water from the shops. I also want to build on the Food for Us campaign to increase the variety of food on campus, giving more options to vegetarian and vegan students. Secondly, I want to create a Gumtree-style website for students to use in Sussex so they can sell old textbooks and furniture back to each other. So you don't have to sell your books to the bookshop on campus and let them make the money. Students can sell directly to other students. Thirdly is housing. It's an area where everyone knows that students always end up getting exploited. And I know personally how letting agents can mess you around. So what I want to do is create an online housing forum with legal advice on tenancy issues, complaints procedures, a rate your landlord style system, just to improve students' knowledge about renting in Brighton. Fourthly, I want to campaign nationally on the issues that directly affect students at the moment. Free prescriptions for students. We want to get rid of the stupid bureaucratic system of filling out forms that's used just to deter us from claiming our money back. Secondly, no to ID cards. Already international students have to pay hundreds of pounds for these, and in 3 years' time we're all expected to be paying for them. And lastly, I want to work towards free education for everyone, because at the end of the day, education is a right, not a privilege. And if I do get elected, I want to make sure that all minority groups have a voice in our union. So if you agree with these policies and you want to see them happen, then vote here for welfare.